did you integrate your child into like a society where they're technically like a minority?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did you find any difficulties with that? Like raising your child, did they face any like sort of difficulties in dealing with the fact that they're different looking?
Well, we're very fortunate that we live in a city that's very ethnically diverse.
Okay.
Because when you go to John Abbott, I think 90%
Still.
of the kids are white.
Yeah.
So still, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're the token Chinese kid, you know what I mean? So, but when you go to Vanier, you feel very different there than you do like a John Abbott.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're more the minority than the majority than the minority.
Yeah.
So it's like my kids really noticed a difference, and they said it's so weird.
Yeah.
Because they've been raised in such a white environment.
Yeah.
And that, you know what I mean? They feel like, my kids say, like, they go, we feel white on the inside, but we don't look white on the outside.
Exactly.
So they said it's very, it's a little bit different. They said even with the Asians and whatnot at CEGEP University, they said we still don't even feel like we fit in there because they have a different look. Yeah, their culture, their background is different than the way they've been raised. So they said sometimes it's like they're so weird, but they're the same as we are. And I'm like, it's all based on how you're brought up and what you're exposed to and everything like that.
Do you think parents should try to encourage their children to explore their culture of where they came from? Should they let it be? Like, what do you think
tried
about that?
When they were younger, I tried to really promote them to, like, they went to Chinese school on Saturday.
Okay.
I wanted them to try and learn Mandarin.
Okay.
Some of them, they came home speaking Mandarin. Because I had kids that came home at 6 months. I had kids that came home at 3 years old. Mm-hmm. So I was like, two of them spoke Mandarin when they got home. So I'm like, if we can encourage that. But it's like, as soon as they got home, it's like they knew, turn that off.
Yeah.
And now I need to change, because my son would not speak Chinese once he got home. He would speak it there with my husband before they got home.
Yeah.
But the minute that they got home, it's like they're like, oh, they realize that young age that, oh, I got to learn this language because I won't get my needs understood and whatever. So my son was speaking English in 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And even my daughter, like, she was like very, very quick. And you know what I mean? So yes, we encouraged it. Yes, we sent them to school, but my 2 oldest ones, just like even recently, they said, well, we didn't really learn anything there. And we went there because they had great snacks in the vending machine. You know what I mean? We sat there and we didn't even, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We didn't even like pay,
Yeah.
So they're like, I didn't want to enforce what I thought was right for them that they should be doing, because after a year of going, they said, we don't want to go.
Okay. So then you stopped.
Then I stopped.
Okay.
Yes, I was a volunteer for my adoption agency.
Okay.
It's like I used to have a group together, and we would do Christmas parties and stuff like that, and whatever. If we did some activities, like go to a cabana souk and stuff like that, we would all get together, but it wasn't always necessarily around Chinese events or whatever. We had stuff for Chinese New Year, and we did that kind of stuff. But after a while, I noticed that the kids are not interested in doing that anymore. And the older you get, I don't want to go, or I got better things to do. So it's like, so I stopped doing it. Okay. But then even what was it, about 2 months ago, all the parents started showing an interest in getting together. So I put one together, and I, because I have a Facebook group for them all. And those that have joined, and they were all like, we all met at the Chinese restaurant over in the West Island here, and they were all, it was so great to see everybody and see the kids. The kids, though, you could see, like, they're not interested. They're playing on their phones or doing whatever, and they're like, can we leave now? So I'm like, I think it's more for us parents that we want to stay connected, and the kids are not so interested.
Did you gain anything from adopting a child, like before you adopted and then after? Was there any changes?
I was happy that I was able to do that, because it's something I always wanted to do. And did it change my life? Enormously. You can never be ready to parent, whether you adopt a child or you have one biologically yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, and I have many, and it's like, every day is interesting, but they're all really good kids, and I'm very happy and I'm very blessed to have them, because life would be so different without them.
I think, though, one thing special about adoptive parents is that they choose to have a child. Whereas, like, if you have one biologically, it can be like you're in a good relationship, but it can just sometimes happen, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like...
And I think most of the time it's not planned. And
yeah.
It's just, oh, now what?
Yeah. Like, that's why, like, I feel so close with my parents compared to, like, other people and my friends, at least.
I think it is a special bond, too, with especially parents who've adopted kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, they really, like, I'm telling you, I had at least 100 families that I've helped. And I hear all different stories of why they chose to adopt.
Yeah.
Because you get to know them pretty good, you know, because it's through the whole process before they, you know, when they sign, when they're doing all their paperwork, you know, they talk to me and they help, you know, questions and whatever. And then even after, it was like even years after, I'm still close with a lot of the families. And it's like, you know what I mean? So many people tried to have babies, and whatever, for years and had all kinds of issues, and or whatever their story was. But everybody has a different, you know, a lot of them had different stories of how and why they came to that decision, and whatever. And they're so in love with their kids. Not to say that I'm sure that everybody has a super fantastic relationship, because people are people, and but it's special, I think.
So, for any couples that are looking into adoption, what advice would you give them as a parent, as an adoptive parent?
As an adoptive parent? To me, my kids are not different to me. They're my kids, and that's the way it is. Like, I don't see Chinese. I don't see anything like that. I encourage them to learn about their I tell them, I have books at home about, you know, like Beijing and you know, the whole culture and everything about China. It's amazing. Like, I encourage them to go and look at it and learn. And, you know, I said, I want to take them out to China. We have at least, I think, probably a month to go. Because my kids are from all over the place. So it's like, I would love to go and visit every single one of their homes so they can see where they came from. You know what I mean? I encourage that, and I want them to do that. We travel a lot, so you know what I mean? They have that bug in them, so hopefully one day we're going to be able to do that. Although I have some that couldn't care less if they go there or not, because they're not interested. They're like, I don't live there. You know what I mean? I live here. So it's like, I respect that too. It's like, if you don't want to come, then don't come. But, you know, I just think whether the kids are adopted or not, it's a wild ride. And you try and get as prepared as you can, I said, but there's no way you can be prepared for the actual reality. You know, like, before you can think you can read all the books what to expect when you're expecting. You have no idea. No idea. But, you know, it's been wonderful. Like I said, I have 7 kids. You know, I said I have more than, you know, the usual family, which is probably 2 kids. But, you know, it's been an incredible journey, and they're doing well, and they seem to be pretty happy. They're all in school. They're all on a path, even though some of them don't like school and whatever, but they're moving, and they're going to be, I think, decent individuals, and that's my job. So
that's good.
You know?
So thank you for being here, obviously, and for taking the time to be here and sharing your experience of raising your children and everything. I hope that this helped people gain another perspective about adoption. And I'll leave links in the description for the Société Formons Famille, which is the adoption agency that I guess you worked with and that I was adopted with from, something like that.
They helped with all your paperwork and all your adoption stuff.
So I'll leave that in the description if you're looking into adoption. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.